Nick? Okay, so you've got 10 seconds to answer this question. First of all, are great entrepreneurs born? Okay, who thinks that great entrepreneurs are born? Great entrepreneurs are born. Okay, who thinks that great entrepreneurs are made? Okay, 24, right, we're about 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. This is a trick question. I asked this question of my students. There is actually a different answer. Studies by the Gallup organization, they've been working in the area of strengths for about 25, 30 years. They've been asking the question, what distinguishes between people who are good at their job and who are excellent at their job? First question was, what's the difference between an excellent salesman and an ordinary salesman? An excellent salesman sells 20 to 30 times more product than the average salesman. Not percent, 20%, it's 20 times. They took that question and they've been looking all over the world at different sorts of professions and careers. Most recently, this year, they have done the study on entrepreneurs. The difference between average, competent businessmen, business people, and excellent ones, the ones we know about, Warren Buffett, Steve Jobs, blah, blah. The difference comes down to 10 talents, entrepreneurial talents. And it turns out that 0.2% of the population have these necessary talents, mental habits of mind, emotional habits of mind, to create massive world-class organizations, 0.2%. Now you might think, oh, that's terrible, that's really, really slow. But that's 2 out of 1,000. 2 out of 1,000 people in New Zealand ought to be people like Rob Jury, creating 0. That means 2,000 out of 1,000,000 ought to be Rob Juries. Just think, if we had 2,000 Rob Juries creating these massive, global, valuable companies. We don't have 2,000 of these people percolating in New Zealand. The real answer to that question is, it's the wrong question. Great entrepreneurs are born, then made. Born in the sense, the first 3, 4, 5 years of your life have a strong predisposition to what's going to happen to you later on. That's where your DNA is modified and influenced. It's where the physical and the social environment modify and tweak your DNA and start wiring your brain. It's the first 3 or 4 years. So if you go to that video there, which we did about 10 years ago, you'll see I discussed this question about great entrepreneurs are born, then made. I'll go there now. Okay. So the issue is there are a lot, in New Zealand there are at least 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 of these super top-class entrepreneurs. So we'll call those latent entrepreneurs. They don't know they could be world-class entrepreneurs, and we don't know they could be world-class entrepreneurs. So we need talent spotting and nurturing. Now there are instruments now, 2014, to help do this talent spotting. If you think about it, we've got plenty of talent spotting processes for sports. We've got this academy building here. We've got plenty of talent spotting for academics. You go into the right streams at school. I did 4 Act 1, 3 Act 1, that sort of thing. And you go to the right universities, you go through. There is a channel for you if you've got the brights and the sparks to be academic. We don't have that at all for entrepreneurs. Now, what happens if you don't have these top 10 talents to be a world-class entrepreneur? Now, I could leave that with question, and we discussed that for half an hour. Guess what? You may only have 5 of them, or 3 of them. You can either fake it and hope, and that's what a lot of businesses are doing, and they terminate, they fail. And that comes from Gallup research and a whole lot of other research as well. The other is, you find someone that has the complementary talents, the ones that you are missing, so that together you have the top 10 talents necessary to create a top-class, world-class entrepreneurial team. So building team, building cohesion with the right talents, the right entrepreneurial talents, is a crucial part of what this is about.